Hey people, it's Nas talking. Now I titled this Tiwaniyan Day. Now what's this about? Now for those of you who follow me, you know I mentioned this whole idea that black Americans should be named Tiwaniyans. Now I derived it from the Yoruba, Tiwa and Eniyan meaning my own people or our people. And that's the name for black Americans, Tiwaniyan. I justified it because I said these names that people have come up with, like ADOS and FBA, don't really make sense because you can't get freedom when you say your whole existence is underpinned upon your ancestors' slavery. With example, American descendant of slavery, because I thought the whole just using that name basically means that you think your whole life revolves around your ancestors' enslavement, and foundational Black American. Well, it's like Malcolm X said, or well, I don't know who said it, but Black people are not Americans because they do not. Because if they were Americans, they would not have to fight for civil rights. They would not be having to fight for all these amendments that have been placed there. You know, there would not have to be protests after the police shoot someone. I mean, you know what I mean? And there wouldn't even be police shooting people because they would have the respect of the officials to start with. It goes back to a lot of things because I always thought, looking back, the whole civil rights movement was trying to integrate into American society. I said that the whole thing should have been to separate. They said, well, we're segregated. We just want to further separate and just get the resources to make sure the separation is functional and gives us what we need. So that's what I mean. So to have an identity for Black Americans that is completely separate from an American identity. Instead of being Black Americans are Tiwaniyans, a separate nation trapped within America. So anyway, so what's all this about Tiwaniyan Day? Well, this is going to be premiered on March 31st. So my idea is that if we are going to have a people with a name, there should be a holiday and a day for people to celebrate and make it theirs. So why April 1st? Now people will say, oh, April Fools. But the thing is, if you know the history, that middle to end of March, that used to be when the New Year's would happen. But for reasons I can't really remember right now, they changed it around and made it at the beginning of January. And I never liked it because it doesn't really make sense because the New Year should begin with the spring. The New Year now happens in the middle of winter. And for those of you who remember when I talked about Ancestors Day, I said African holidays should happen in the summer when there's heat and there's life. Not like the European holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, where it's all about everything's dead, it's cold, it's lifeless. So the whole thing about Tiwaniyan Day is it's a day for Tiwaniyans, Black Americans, ADOS, FBA, whatever you want to identify as, to celebrate for themselves and to celebrate themselves as a unique people. Now, unlike Ancestors Day, which was for Africans all over the world, Tiwaniyan Day is just for Black Americans, Tiwaniyans, to celebrate as themselves as their own identity, their own heritage, and their own wish to be separate and to have their own freedom and nation. Now, unlike when Ancestors Day is not celebrated by peace, remembrance, and quiet, you can just celebrate however you want. And also, I want to get to this point that people say, is it just for Tiwaniyans? Well, it focuses on Tiwaniyans, but you know, it doesn't mean that other Africans, like Haitians, Jamaicans, and people from the continent can celebrate and enjoy the day with them. The same way people can celebrate Haitian Independence Day even if you're not Haitian, or you can celebrate, well, I don't really encourage it, but people celebrate July 4th, American Independence Day, even though I don't understand why any black person would celebrate that day because it has nothing to do with you. But anyway, hopefully when you hear this, you will enjoy it. Happy Tiwaniyan Day, and I love all my Tiwaniyans out there. May you be blessed, and may you all get your freedom soon. Enjoy your Tiwaniyan Day. Peace.